There's so much to experience in the Galapagos, both on land and under the water. While you can have a marvelous, memorable time above the waterline, snorkeling adds another stunning dimension to your time on the islands. Today we'll talk about the basics of snorkeling, including how to best use your mask and fins. There are two types of masks for snorkeling. Your traditional mask, which covers your eyes and nose, and you pair with a separate tube for snorkeling. Then there are full-face masks like you see BJ wearing on the right. Unless you bring your own full-face mask to the Galapagos, you'll be using a traditional mask like I'm wearing on the left. If you have long hair, you'll want to tie it back to avoid the rubber strap of the mask snagging it. If you have facial hair, it may prevent your mask from fully sealing. You may wish to shave for the closest fit possible. If you're digging that beard life, though, consider bringing mustache or beard wax, or a food-grade silicone stick to help form a better seal. We have some links in the description below. You can adjust the tightness or looseness of the mask using the straps on either side. Slip the strap over your head and position the mask over your eyes and nose. You'll put the mouthpiece of the snorkel in your mouth and bite down on the part that looks like a mouthguard. Your lips will go around the outer part of the mouthpiece, and this will form your seal. Remember to use a good sunscreen on your lips. Masks can develop moisture, or fog, on the inside when there's a temperature difference between the inside and outside of the mask. Sunscreen and sweat only make it worse. You can use a dedicated defogging solution for this, or something as simple as baby shampoo, which the boats will have on hand for you. You'll take a few drops, smear it around the inside of your mask, and just lightly rinse. The idea is to leave a very thin film of the product on the mask in order to prevent condensation. You can either put your mask on after you jump in the water, or you can wear your mask as you enter the water from the boat. Either way, you'll want to hold on to it tightly so it doesn't come off. Masks, unfortunately, do not float. Place your face under the water at a 45-degree angle so that you can see in front of you and below you. Lightly bite down on the mouthpiece of your snorkel and breathe slowly and deeply while you get adjusted in the water. It may be an interesting sensation if this is your first time snorkeling. Remember, there's never a need to panic. You can always just lift your head, remove the snorkel, and breathe like you've been doing for the last few decades or so. Now is a good time to mention that you have the option of wearing a flotation vest while snorkeling, and a wetsuit also provides extra buoyancy. Our naturalist will be towing a life ring you can hold on to for extra support if you'd like. If your mask fogs up while you're swimming away from the boat, you can just take it off and rinse the inside with seawater. This is a temporary fix, but it does help. If you get water in your snorkel, you can simply take it out of your mouth and dump it, or leave it in your mouth and blow forcefully. This will force the water out of the top or the bottom, depending on your snorkel. Swim fins are a great way to move around more efficiently in the water. They will be available on all of our excursions. Please know your European shoe size for this. We'll put a size table in the description below this video. Once you have your fins on, you'll only want to walk backwards until you're in the water. This might be the most important tip of them all. Kick slowly and keep your feet below the surface of the water. If you bring them above the surface, you'll create tons of bubbles and make it difficult for everyone around you to see. This is more like it. In shallow areas, or areas with sediment on the ground, please don't move your fins near the seafloor, or you'll stir up silt, making it impossible to see anything. This is a very important tip for our excursion to the tunnels on Isabella, because this area is where we can see the Pacific seahorse, and you don't want to miss out due to poor visibility. In fact, it's best to rely on just your hands to move yourself around in the tunnels because of all of the mangrove sediment on the seafloor and some shallow rocks we must navigate over. As a final reminder, we ask you not to chase any wildlife or touch anything underwater, or to stand on anything except sand. One touch can kill coral, and although there are no coral reefs to speak of in the Galapagos, it's still good practice not to touch anything during any snorkeling adventure. And please, even if your destination does not require it, only use reef-safe sunscreens anytime you enter the water. See the description below the video to learn why this is so crucial. We hope you've enjoyed our snorkeling refresher, and we can't wait to see you in the Galapagos.